righty, it's 9 o'clock. Let's call this meeting in order. Please rise for the flag salute. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Item 3, any citizen desiring to be heard. Hearing none. Item 4, consideration and possible action on approving minutes for June 1, 2020.
I'll move the motion to approve the minutes. I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed, the motion carries. Do we, is the DQ?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman,
Yep.
I'd ask that we consider moving item 6 above 5.
I think we have to open them at 9 o'clock.
The bids have to
Oh,
open at
okay.
9.
Yes.
That's why she was put behind the.
I see.
Correct.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm good, don't worry.
So, alrighty, open seal bids and consideration and possible action on awarding said bid.
But it's 9:02.
Yeah.
Well, that's because, I was lollygagging around.
Okay. So the first bid's 20-20-15 for a 3-sided metal building add-on at the Logan County Fairgrounds. I have 2 bids. One was returned, the bid packet was. I have 2 bids. One has an address, didn't have a name, and then Cedar Ridge General Contracting.
Augusta Contracting LLC. Total project bid $29,750.
What was it again, Marvin?
$29,750 from Augusta Contracting LLC. Yes, sir.
Start date of July 15, 2020.
Okay, if I can interrupt you for a moment. We had a mandatory pre-bid on this project,
They went there.
and I don't have an Augusta Contracting on the sign-in sheet.
That'd be a problem. Who you got first?
I've got Cedar Ridge.
They are on the sign-in sheet.
Alright. Looking for their bid statement. Maybe pre-bid conference, okay. There's that. There's their bonding liability. Well, still okay, there's your options. 5-year limit. Start practice. Here we are. Total project price, $33,120.97.
I'd recommend we do no action, let the Fort Fair Board look at them. Seems how they're not here to look at it.
I
I'll
would agree
second
with
that.
that. Yes.
What you got next, Roy?
Give me 1 second.
6 and then
2021-1 is for 6-month cold patch. I have 4 bids, TNC asphalt, Asphalt Producers Craft Co., which is PMSI, and Logan County Asphalt.
B and C asphalt.
We got a bunch of bids.
T and C looks like we only did it by the bag, which is a 60-pound bag at $8.50. That's picked up, delivered, $9 a bag, so it's both all three districts for the same $60-pound bag.
Okay, this is Asphalt Producers, picked up by District 95, delivered to districts, 103 for all three districts. Per ton 95 on all three, so that would be on the cold patch, and then, yep, that's it. Cold patch asphalt.
Logan County Asphalt, it's 105 delivered, 50-pound bags is 11.50. Picked up is 99.75 and 9.50 bag, if you pick it up.
I've got one from Craftco here. They bid, picked up by the ton, $99.35, and $9 for a 50-pound bag. Delivered to districts, they no bid on the per ton price, so it's only picked up at their yard at $99.35. Delivered to districts, the 50-pound bag is $10.25 each.
Where are they located?
Over on I-35.
It's PMS.
Oh, PMS. Have you used any of theirs before?
We use it all the time. Them in Logan County, here in the last 6 months, we've been using them in Logan County asphalt.
Yeah, I normally use Logan County asphalt.
I'm going, District 3 would like to go with Logan County Asphalt just for the convenience. I mean, it's a lot closer for me, but it's running all over the country.
What was their bid per ton, Mike?
Logan County Asphalt was 99.75 a ton, picked at 105 delivered.
Yeah. What was Craftco, their 90 what?
99.35.
So it's 50 cents.
The Asphalt Producers in Del
40
City,
cent difference.
95, and they don't have bags.
But Logan County also delivered, so District 1 will go primarily with Logan County asphalt. We'll, if they're not available, then we'll go to Craftco.
Same as District 3.
Yeah, District 2 the same,
So all three districts, Logan County Asphalt.
please.
Somebody want to make a motion?
I'll
on
move
that?
that we approve going with Logan County and with,
I'll second.
I'll second.
have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, the motion carries.
Bid 2021-2 is for rock and rock hauled in for 6 months. Bids from Stewart Stone, Brown Transportation, NTNSM out of Frisco, Texas.
Yeehaw.
Somebody out of Stillwater, and Dolisi.
Papa?
Do not see.
Did Delisi actually send a bid in? Maybe a no bid?
It may be a no bid. Okay, wait a minute. She's got Quapaw written on here. Maybe that's the one that didn't have the name on the top.
We'll open one second.
Well, this is
They're
from
there.
Delisi.
They got a rock plant up at.
Yeah.
Up at her, Enid?
Well, they got one in Enid, and then they also have one in Davis.
We got one in Dover too. That's the same thing. Never mind.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I heard that Lisa was buying Papa. wasn't it? Yeah.
Any of you gentlemen know where Delisi's 7 Mile Quarry is at?
I think that's in Davis, I think. Troy, with this many bids, I might have them on a spreadsheet if,
We can table
just
till
for mine.
the 30th.
I agree.
Huh.
Cause I mean, they got so many no bids marked through here.
Yeah.
Cushion at $11,
That's the way Delisi is as well.
and Pawnee 12. I mean, there's just a lot of information on one bid.
Mhm.
So they got 2 quarries marked here. One's are 7 Mile and one's are Davis Quarry. We kind of need to figure out where that's
Yeah.
at. They bid 1.5-inch crusher run, 3-inch crusher run. They had a lot of no bids on here as well. But it's picked up only, there's no delivery from Delisi.
So y'all okay with the spreadsheet?
Yes.
Bridgeport, I bet you have one.
I do.
The great state of Texas.
That would be from Leo Hicks.
Imagine that.
$135 a board.
Pickup.
No, but you gotta order a truckload of them. Semi-load at a time.
I might mention there's a bunch of them on there too.
Yeah, there's a bunch on semi-load.
Mr. Leo Hicks, a 16-foot 3 to 12 is 85.20, 18-footers 95.85, a 20-footer is 106.50, a 22-footer is 132.
Discount.
That's picked up.
It just went up $2.
Delivery 91.70. I won't go through all that. 135 on the 22-footer. I don't see where we have but one option on Bridgeport.
I second that motion if that's what that is, sir.
I'll move that we approve. Martin second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, the motion carries.
Bid 2021-4 is for asphalt and asphalt crushed for 6 months. Bids from Haskell Lemon, Atlas, Logan County Asphalt, and TJ Campbell.
Okay, and then you go on the spreadsheet. Looks like.
asphalt, just for discussion while we're sitting here rattling paper. TJ Campbell has had the bid forever and ever, and they had quit crushing. Because they had the contract down there on the turnpike, so they've been crushing concrete. Do y'all want to run through these, or you want them on a spreadsheet?
Well, we can put them on a spreadsheet, but
Yes.
just to kind of add to what you just said, I've got Haskell Lemon's bid here, and they no bid on crushed asphalt all across the board. I was kind of hoping for a drop in price, and it appears that it has come down slightly, with the 25% recycled. I use that as a reference because that's normally what we get. The type A recycled, they bid $47.77, type B $50.82, and type C $51.91, or around $52. And that's picked up, but it has come down. Looks like slightly. But it'll be interesting to see them on spreadsheet, so.
Yeah.
Well, TJ Campbell on the same asphalt he was talking about picked up at the plant is $43.95, $46.95, $47.95.
Yeah, that's what, I thought they were coming down too as well. What's, do we know what Atlas, we got a bid from Atlas?
Well, Atlas, of course, it depends upon what district and zone.
Picked up, Mike.
Picked up, oh, okay, let's see.
That's what we were talking about.
Let's see. It'll be picked up by Logan County. Virgin hot mix type A, 52.31. Virgin hot mix type B, 56.12. Type C, 56.87. Crushed asphalt is 35.
You get the 25% remix price.
Remixed is, type A is 43.76, the type B is 48.12, type C recycled is 52.56.
It appears the only thing Logan County asphalt bid was virgin asphalt at $65.50, $70.50, $72, and a no bid on crushed asphalt. Spreadsheet would be fantastic.
Yes, it would.
Thank you, ma'am. So no action on
Yes.
2021-4.
Time consuming.
Bid 2021-5 for 6-month asphalt laid in place. Haskell Lemon, Atlas, and TJ Campbell.
With this being in all different districts, there again, I'd like it on a spreadsheet. Then they're gonna go into zones and zone 1, zone 2.
All those different zones.
But just for an example of the pricing, District 3 recycled, laid in place, $96.50, $99.50, $100.50. That being zone 1.
That's,
Pretty expensive.
so, I can tell you, give you the same comparison, what you just said in your zone. From Haskell Lemons, 85.29, 88.34, and 90, or 89.43.
As for zone
That's for Zone 1 and District 3,
District 3.
from Haskell Lemons. So it's a little less expensive than,
So zone 1, District 3 for Atlas. We're talking about mix or all of it?
Well, we named all 3.
Okay. So for A, it's 87.46. Type B is 92.04. Type C is 96.70.
well, we're gonna put this in a
Recycle.
spreadsheet. I
Yeah.
would like to also bring up, I mean, I like Haskell's product when you can get it,
Mhm.
but their mills break down a lot. I mean, there's a lot of times you can't get asphalt from them. And I guess with a laid in place contract, that's kind of up to them to get it there, right? But still, the availability of products, sometimes you have to wait.
Mhm.
But I like their product when it's there.
Mhm. They have a good product.
Bid 2021-6 is road base repair. We had 1 bid from Zizer LLC.
Never heard of them.
Hadn't either.
Well, you're about to.
Yeah.
So did you know something that I didn't
About,
about who was gonna bid on
no,
it? You made a comment to me earlier that, okay.
no clue.
So they reside in Kingfisher, America, it looks like.
Cool.
Troy, just that conversation, I mean, most of this asphalt's on state bid.
The problem we ran into, and it may have been corrected, is the state bid didn't always cover as far north as your district.
It's kind of scary God's country up there for some reason.
Now, it's been quite a while because we determined we just continue to bid ourselves, but that has been part of our problem with some of the state bids.
So, Zizer LLC did not bid on
Okay.
deep patching. They sent in a letter letting us know that they do crack sealing on the state contract,
Okay,
which is outside the scope of work, what we're talking about.
well, even their envelope identified that as a bid, so.
So much for that.
I mean,
So we received no bids.
if you want to examine that, double check my reading on that.
I got lots of faith.
That's all right.
There is no dollar amount listed in the per cubic yard. And asphalt cracks, yeah, I'm not sure they understood the bid package. So we have no bids for road base repair.
I move we approve.
I worked the price.
And bid 2021-7 is for 1 year for ballot printing.
I misread that. I thought it was bailout. I thought maybe it was something that had to do with the federal government.
And we have Tulsa County, Midwest Printing, and Royal Printing.
Tulsa County. huh?
They have a print shop.
Wow.
Cool.
In business against the private sector.
I don't know if they work outside of public entities or not, to be honest.
Still competing with the public sector in that space. As soon as- Well, isn't that sweet? So Tulsa County, no bid.
Okay?
Well, we quit beating them.
You gotta take back all the nasty things you just said about him.
Oh, that was, Mr.
Mr. Troy, yes.
They need to be dropped from the bid list.
That'll teach him.
Yeah.
Well, after so many times that we get a no bid, we are allowed to drop from the bid list.
No one here from the election board, you guys want to table this, let them look over them and see who they would
I
recommend?
believe that's appropriate. We do that with everybody else, so yes.
13, 14, and 15 cents.
Alrighty, so table that, Troy. Item 6. Discussion with Aaron Samuel, ODEQ. What do you got for us today?
Well, I wanted to give you some good news.
We're due for some of that.
Yes.
I have a letter for Troy. It's from DEQ, the Site Cleanup Assistance Program, and it is offering services to do an abatement on the asbestos at the building. Is it 312 East Harrison?
Yes.
So I work in the brownfield section, and we did an assessment. It was last year, wasn't it? And this is a page out of that assessment that talks about the asbestos that was found. And
We make some comments.
okay,
Should go to you first, you're the chairman.
in that letter that is written to Troy from the Site Cleanup Assistance Program, that's in DEQ, you know, they are offering to do an abatement if you all are interested. And it says to email Trenton, who Mike's talked to say, yes, we're interested. The next step would be they would draft a memorandum of agreement, basically saying what they're offering that you all could look over and sign. So I'm basically just giving you the news that this is available. If you're interested,
We're
to reach
definitely
out to
interested.
them.
I think it's exciting news.
Did you hear that, Troy, that we need to send the emails?
Yeah, I think it's covered in this letter.
And that last paragraph has a website where you can see other communities that they've helped. They've done one in Durant, they've done one in Tuttle. So if you want to see other success stories that they've done, you can look at that.
So I guess,
Go ahead.
I would have a question.
Yeah.
After we send this email, how
Uh-huh.
long do you think it would take for them to get started?
I think they'd start immediately, not abating, but working on the
Right.
agreement for you all to look at.
So is that a long process to get the agreement?
It shouldn't be a long process. I'm sure once they have one in draft form, they'd probably present it like I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah, it just seems like we've been a long time to get to this point, so I'm just
Yeah.
curious on the timeline.
I mean, when we talked to Trenton on the phone, he was hopeful saying late summer, and I tried to say maybe fall would be the time where, because the abatement actually takes only a couple weeks.
Wow, that's pretty fast.
Yes.
So my question, of course, I look at
You look at money.
money, yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. So the estimated cost that you have listed over here, are those costs of the county?
No, that's something
No.
that the Site Cleanup Assistance Program would pay for, and it's no match, so it's like a grant that you don't even have to make a match for.
That's how much?
Well, it's estimated, when I added up in there, it says the tile and all the pipe wrap, it was estimated to cost about $250,000.
249, 500.
Yeah, but keep in mind, they're gonna pay whatever
Whatever
the
it
amount
is.
is, right, so that was just the estimate.
Okay.
Are
Yeah.
these federal funds or state funds?
Those are state funds,
Okay.
yeah.
Awesome. I'm sure we'll get that email fired right out.
Perfect,
Yes.
and if you wanna CC me to just, cause I'm interested, I would love to, you know, I said if you get a ribbon ceremony, I wanna be invited.
All right.
If you want to, we can go into recess for this and email right now.
Let me work on putting it all together, okay?
We're excited.
Just kidding.
I am too.
Well, I
Thank you, Darren.
appreciate you coming up.
Oh, yeah.
and this, so.
And I have to say, I am impressed. I've never been to a meeting with 44 agenda items, so you all are doing great work, and I'm very impressed.
I was fixing to combine them all down to one agenda item. I'm kidding.
Well, I'm gonna slide out if you don't have any
All
more
right.
questions.
All righty, I appreciate your
All
time.
right,
I'll
thank you.
I'll get
Okay.
that put together.
Perfect.
Sorry you had to sit through the bid opening.
No, it was interesting.
That was kind for you to say.
It's interesting the first time.
All right, item 7, be consideration possible action to approve 2021 service agreement in the amount of $1,825 for Snyder Electric.
Just for the sheriff's office, it's our maintenance agreement for our server room to maintain the temperature in there of all of our electronics and radios and servers are.
I move we approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, the motion carries.
Thank you.
Item 8, consideration and possible action to approve 2021 agreement with Vestacom in the amount of $4,366 for eventide maintenance.
Yes,
Help me, Sheriff.
I'd love to.
Come up
Eventide
here and start
record-
reading something.
I'd be happy to. This is our logger, if you will, that records all of our radio traffic, all of our phone calls and everything like that. We use it pretty frequently. This is the maintenance agreement to maintain its current operation.
I move we approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, motion carries. Consideration and possible action to approve 2021 agreement with Leads Online in the amount of $976.
This is a software program we use for investigations. It covers pawn shops and a lot of different things for to be able to track property as well as people that we're interested in. Not track people, but let me rephrase that. To track property that people pawn and things like that. Stolen.
I move we approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, motion carries. 10, consideration and possible action to approve 2021 maintenance agreement with Clifford Power in the amount of $915 for the Sheriff's Department.
This is just the chairman's signature.
Is this for the generator?
Yes, sir.
I've done that long enough, I remember.
Backup generator.
Yes.
I move we approve the maintenance agreement.
I'll second. Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, motion carries.
Chairman, I'd like to pull number 11.
10-4, you got her.
Let me have that man.
No action.
No action. We're currently terminated that agreement.
All righty, you want to pull 12 as well?
No, we need pest control.
I thought that's why we had got you guys.
The pesky little sheriff.
The bigger critters is what we're after.
Item 12, consideration possible action to approve 2021 agreement with Dan's Pest Control in the amount of $447 per month for the sheriff's office.
Just the chairman to sign now.
That's pest control for our entire facility.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, have we ever done any price checking?
No, we haven't. Me and my administrative secretary had talked about that when this agreement came through. We'd be happy to do that, though.
Yeah, and the reason I bring it up is we use the same company to do the election board over there, so, yeah, I'd just kind of be curious if you found someone
We can certainly look into that.
I could piggyback off your research.
I move we approve item 12.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. 13, sorry.
13.
Consideration and possible action to approve 2021 agreement with Turnkey Health for inmate health care in the amount of $19,214.42 per month.
That amount's actually gonna be $18,745.78 for that contract. It's just a
So this needs to be changed.
flat renewal.
You know, we got the one that was 18, and then we got a
Yes,
new one that
we-
came in at this.
Yeah, we negotiated a flat rate.
So we need to ask the board to table and get me a new one that would
Yeah.
reflect this.
It's a done deal, we'll save 19 grand.
There you go.
Okay.
So with that, I move that we modify the action to
So
reflect
sign it
the
as
current
chair.
price
Oh, okay.
of $18,745.48.
18,745.
78 cents?
Correct.
I missed it by, okay, 78 cents
I'll second Mr. Goodman's motion
to change.
to change down to the $18,745.78. So I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? No one cheaper? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed?
Now we
motion
need to
carries.
move to approve the motion, to approve the agenda item. We made a motion to change the agenda item. That passed. Now we need to vote on approving it,
All right.
if that makes
So,
sense.
you want to make a motion to?
I motion we approve
I'll
item 13.
second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Consideration of possible action to approve 2021 agreement with organized crime.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got some organized
Yeah.
crime going on there?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
again, this is half-truths going on here with the media. Regional Organized Crime Information Center. This is a group that we're a membership of that allows us to get different types of products for investigations at no cost for a limited amount of time. It's a pretty great organization.
I'll make the motion to approve.
I'll second.
I have-
So the follow-on question, if you get it for free, why is it costing us $300?
Well, they loan it to us.
I see.
I got, yeah.
I see.
Nothing's free.
That's what I teach my little granddaughters, there ain't nothing free.
Yeah, we got quite a few things out in the field right now that they
That
loan us.
DEQ's gonna be free, Martin.
Sure it is. Thanks, Mike.
All right.
Bringing that up.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
I didn't mean to climb on you there, Sheriff, I was just
Feel
curious.
free on the ladder.
If it was,
15,
Stairway
consideration
to
of
heaven.
possible action to approve 2021 agreement with CityTel Coin and for inmate telecommunications service for Sheriff's Department.
Yes, this covers our video visitation as well as our regular phone visitation. One thing we did get this probably the last month or two is a mail scanner that's not really included. It's just part of the service to where probably the biggest thing is we're not sending actual mail back to the detention center. It's scanned and put on their tablet or on their kiosk. We're having an issue with contraband coming in to our facility laced in the mail.
so blotter acid on the paper? Is that
Yes.
what yeah.
Actually heroin.
Heroin, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, they'll start
That's-
paper and heroin and then send it in the mail.
I tell you what, just from experiences in Marine Corps basic training, some of our mail coming in, folks had put some interesting stuff on postage stamps.
Sure.
It was, and that was back in 72, 73 time.
Still going on.
Interesting.
They had postage stamps back then?
Yeah, but they were only a nickel. I think.
Or maybe 15 cents.
I think they were a dime though.
I sure it wasn't free. Nothing's free.
I move we approve if we have
Second.
going to do that.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. 16, consideration of possible action to approve a resolution continuing the following contracts for 2021 for the health department.
This is something they do every year. I think it's just a health department thing because the phone and those are all state contract stuff, but they've done them for years just to acknowledge they're gonna continue those services.
That's their landline, their cell phones, their internet.
Yep.
Yeah, their copy machines, their cleaning service, their mailing service.
Okay. And we've got no idea what those contracts are, how much they are for or anything like that?
Well, I mean, I can find out, you know, the phone bill and the internet's gonna,
Yeah. But I mean, it's all counting money, right? That's,
right, I mean, I can get you their phone bills if you'd like them.
no, that's all right. No, I know you've got other things that we would rather you spend your time on now. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'll move we approve.
Second.
Motion and second, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Item 17, consideration of possible action to approve 2021 agreement between Logan County Health Department and Mercy Hospital, Logan County, to provide x-ray service. I'll
Make the
move.
motion.
Too late, I done beat you.
Second.
Got a motion and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, all opposed, the motion carries. Consideration and possible action to approve 2021 software license agreement in the amount of $20,000 for the assessor.
Motion.
What, who's with who's licensed? Who are they getting the $20,000
I didn't,
to?
I'm just putting it, Landmark, it's their normal software provider. It's a renew of their annual agreement, Landmark GSI.
Landmark GSI.
Want to read it real quick?
No. I know what it is.
And that was uploaded by me on typing all of this, not
No
getting the
worries.
name on there.
No worries. Seems like an awful lot of money for software.
Well, compared to mine, it's cheaper.
Yeah, but we haven't got to the second one yet.
Well, that's true, but that's not software.
Yeah. You don't farm your stuff out either, do you? Just saying. I move we approve the software update.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further, I didn't sign that one. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, the motion carries. Consideration and possible action to approve 2021 agreement with Task in the amount of $40,000 for the assessor's office. And Task, I guess I have learned in the past, they specialize in the oil field
Well,
equipment.
the oil and gas valuation services.
Mm-hmm. Did Ray say hissy fit about it, didn't
Well, you can hear lots of good and bad things about it. I guess my question on, is this the only company that provides that kind of service?
I'm not sure in the state of Oklahoma.
I'm not either.
Pretty much of a special.
It is a very specialized deal.
But Oklahoma has a lot of that going on. I mean, I would have serious concerns if only one company was doing that for the whole state.
I don't know, I can tell you a majority of the counties are using this company. That's all I know.
And you're sticking with that?
Other than that, you might need to speak to the assessor.
Well, if they were here, I would.
Got mine on there. Yes. I find it.
I'd entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion to accept.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion about task? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the motion carries.
I do have one comment though.
Sure.
As the oil and gas activity dies down in our great state here, and it will be over the next 3 to 5 years, maybe even longer, I'd like to understand where this, at what point do we have a break-even point
Sure.
on spending this much money on things that aren't growing, right?
Mhm.
So if they've already got the oil and gas, the new stuff identified from this last year, and we're going to identify what was put in again next year, at what point
Do we not need them?
do we not need it anymore?
If I may,
Go ahead.
task work is not just about what's newly added, it's valued every year. And so in with the equalization board, you see a lot of what they're doing in the up and the down. It's not, they're not just looking for new stuff, they're also on the valuation, the decreases and the increases annually. Just throwing that out there.
And we've got nobody in the assessor's office that over the years that these folks have been doing that can figure that out.
Marvin, I'll be really honest, in looking and sitting in for years with Equalization Board on this stuff, it is so technical and confusing that I believe you need a specialized company. I'm not advocating Task is the only company, but in what I've learned over the years dealing with the equalization process with these oil and gas protests, it does take specialized knowledge to handle
You need a
those.
subject matter
Yes.
expert, either on board or hired to do it, right? Okay, I get it. All right, thank you, ma'am.
Alrighty, item 20, consideration of possible action to approve 2021 software license maintenance agreement with TM Consultant in the amount of $21,456 for treasurer's office.
That's for their website. Yes. It's a good website. I'll make
No,
the
that's
motion.
her full software.
Full software. I'll make the motion to approve.
A second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, the motion carries. Item 21, consideration and possible action to approve 2021 cooperative agreement with USDA Wildlife Service in the amount of $2,400, the $800 per district for the county commissioners. This is for our pesky little beavers, and he does do a lot more than.
And he does a good job. We just had another beaver dam removed. So,
How is he with blockages of creeks with wood and debris? Do they do that kind of work?
If a
Yeah,
beaver's
them
causing,
beavers.
I think he'll sure come out and do it for you.
Boy, it'd have to be a big old beaver. On this one I'm thinking about.
I make a motion to
I'll
approve.
second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. I know he sure helps a lot of guys up north raising sheep and stuff on taking out the coyotes and what have you. 22, consideration of possible action to approve 2021 juvenile detention with the following. You got a stack of them.
We do, we have Sac Fox Nation, Sequoia Enterprises, Tulsa County, and Western Plains.
Were your ears burning, Dennis?
I was chasing calves. I apologize.
Well, they're right there.
Nathan does it for you.
Huh?
His office does that for you.
There you
We opened the bids. You've only got one qualified. I can have them put a copy out for you.
Sack and Fox.
We
Which was it?
33, just under 34.
tabled it until you got to look at it.
I'm probably good with it if you guys are good with it.
Can we go back?
So, Sheriff, you good with these juvenile detention
Yes, sir.
agreements?
Yes, sir.
I move we approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, the motion carries.
I'm just
Marvin, you were a penny
This
off. They
name
were
was not on my
6
sign.
for a US stamp in 1972.
Okay, I knew it was kind of low, back then, because they would raise it a penny at a time. I remember it went up from 5 cents to,
You were close.
now it's more, they raise it $1 at a time,
Cedar Ridge, Callahan, and Ruggs, yeah.
Wait a minute.
6 cents. Yeah, them boys from Southern California that would get mail in a NCRD,
We're gonna have to
yeah,
ask
that,
them.
they would, at the post office there at NCRD,
They
they would
changed
peel
their
the
name.
stamps off because they were putting blotter acid on the stamps.
So there was that.
They, yeah.
Awesome.
The first class in 1972.
Two on that.
Sir.
Not that you couldn't see it.
Oklahoma Regional Juvenile Detention. Oh, I thought you said chew on that, you said two.
You can chew on it too.
No,
Yeah.
it gums up the works when you do that.
So item 23, consideration of possible action on approving a resolution renewing maintenance agreement with RK Blackford D2.
I make the motion to approve.
I'll second. Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Is there a cost associated with that agreement?
$94.
A year?
Lease payment, $94.
Month.
A month?
None.
For a printer?
They furnish the toner and
Yeah.
the maintenance and
On 9 yards. It goes down without.
It's the copier printer,
Yes.
it's not just.
That's all the discussion I had.
Okay.
This motion.
So I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, the motion carries. 24, consideration of possible action on approving 2021 equipment lease renewals with Caterpillar Financial for District 2.
Make the motion to approve.
Again, we got an idea of what the monthly lease rates are on these things?
It's on the resolution.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There you go.
I'll just let you
Thank you, sir. Okay. So the one cheaper, huh? 1606 per month, and then the 4 12 M3s are 2316.92 a month each.
We could use another one.
Yeah, I understand.
They're all-wheel drives, they're under warranty, some
Yeah.
brakes. There you go.
So,
Keeps my people out in the field and get unstuck themselves, various things like that. Yes, it's, keeps the people working for the people, my crew. So that's what we need.
So, did you make a motion?
I did.
I'll second. I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the motion carries. Item 25, consideration and possible action to approve 2019-2020 renewal of mining agreement with Jim Stover.
We have a typo, should be 2021.
so I would ask what the difference between 25 and 29 is.
I think they're the same item.
Can we strike item 25 then?
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll strike
Sorry about
25. Item 26, consideration and possible action to approve resolution renewing lease agreement with Security National Bank for the following equipment for District 2, which is gonna be 2018 Mack trucks.
I would make the motion to approve.
They average $942 a month
Per vehicle.
per vehicle. I'll second Mike's motion. Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing,
Do we know what, is there a balloon payment or payoff at the end of the at the end of the lease?
It's a renewable contract, and with the warranty starting to be up, I am contemplating maybe some more trucks. It keeps them on the road. We got 350 miles basically of dirt gravel roads, and it beats them up 15, 20 miles sometimes on these dirt gravel roads. I've got to keep the equipment in good shape. We do constant maintenance on them, and when something major breaks, you know, we were able to get that covered.
Right.
So that way we get the trucks back.
So
Pretty quick time.
are they restricted on the number of miles per month you run on them, or do they end their lease at a certain number of miles or
I think that's years.
years?
I think the deal is, I think he just actually financed the trucks for like 5 years. He
Right.
just had to, we can only enter a contract 1 year at a time, so he
Right.
renews the contract. But after the last 5th year, the county would own the trucks, so no balloon
Yes.
payment on the
Okay.
trucks.
And
That's what I was
our
asking. Thank you,
principal
Mike.
tends to go up on them, so when we do trade them in, it's usually less payment, unless that we continue to. And I believe that eventually
That's the question I
we'll all of them and be able to have them paid off and be able to renew every year without any major cost.
So I had a motion and a second.
Yes.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, the motion carries. 27, consideration of possible action to approve a resolution to renew contract for 2021 with Waste Connections for trash service for District 2.
Make the motion to approve.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Item 8, consideration on possible action to approve a resolution to renew contract for 2021 with Clean Uniforms for District 2.
I'll make the motion to approve.
What they charge you on that, Mike?
Oh, I don't remember. It's less than what quite a bit less than the one before, and we're getting a lot better service out of them. I'm really pleased with clean uniform.
I'll second Mike's motion. So I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, motion carries. Item 29, consideration of possible action to approve resolution to renew mining agreement with Jim Stover for 2021.
Make the motion to approve.
I'll second Mike's motion.
Yeah, I'd like to see the agreement for it. Make sure we didn't jump that price up so much, or at all.
So does Mr. Stover sign off on this resolution?
Usually, that resolution comes to me. It's been done by District 2, but all three of you are, all, so I whited out District 2 because it's not just District 2 using the pit.
Right.
And yes, he generally does sign it.
Okay.
So, Troy, I'm just curious, we don't have a price, or, it's in
I mean, that was my point.
the agreement, I don't see anything that obligates
I can
funding on here.
I didn't do the resolution, but
I
I can
understand,
get
man.
it changed if
That's
you
what-
want a table.
I don't have a problem table.
I would prefer to.
That was my point. I think the county writes this, so, I don't think the price would increase because the county wrote it. I think District 2 originally did this form, so.
Right.
Right, back when.
I just strike my second of Mike's motion and we'll table it.
That'll work.
Item 30, consideration of possible action to approve a resolution to establish, I can't even say the word, in ACO SIF, Workman's Compensation Program for 2021 in the amount of $220,994.
And I have shocking news. This
It went
is $6,000 less than last year.
Sweet.
We also, as part of the item, we select option 1 or 2. Option 1 is to pay in full, option 2 is to pay half and half. We historically have been taking option 1 because we save some money.
How much did we say?
We save just under $4,000 by paying it in full in July.
Make the motion to approve paying the full thing.
I will second the motion as listed.
Full payment.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'm gonna put an X on option 1 if that's what the board's consent was, and I took it that way.
Yeah, that's whatever's listed at $220,994.
Option 1.
So that's what we approved. Yes, sir.
31, consideration of possible action on approving a resolution for ACO SIG, property and liability insurance. I bet that didn't go down.
Well, and let me explain, the information came to me a week apart. I knew they were sending this. I did not, at the time the agenda was prepared, have the paperwork to know the dollar amounts or what, which is also why it's on tomorrow's agenda. I was trying to cover bases as to when I got the paperwork. So the property and liability came in at $252,596. That's replenishing the deductible fund. It went up about $7,000, which I'm shocked because I was expecting it to go up much more.
And that includes the deductible, replenishing the deductible, which how much did we pull out of that this last?
I don't have that exact figure.
But it was more than $7,000.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. So
We had a really
kind of my
rough
point.
insurance
Yeah.
year. We
Yes.
really, truly did. And ACO came through, in my opinion, so well with how fast they reacted.
Just
Yes.
rebuilding the fairgrounds, right?
Oh.
Yes.
I see this.
Yeah.
And
One
my
happy
barn.
camper
And your
there.
barn, and we've had several vehicle accidents, we've had several workman's comp. Right now, I think countywide, we've got like 8 out on comp claims right now. I mean,
Right.
we've hammered it, and they've managed to keep the premium a little low. Also on that is the same thing, option 1 to pay in full, so we save us a few dollars, or option 2 in that.
All right, I move we select option 1 at $252,596.
I'll second that motion.
Have a motion and a second, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, the motion carries. Item 32, consideration of possible action to approve ingress egress agreement with Gerald Reynolds to enter his property.
Reams.
Huh?
Reams.
Rings. Oh, what'd I say? I thought I said rings.
I think it's fine. It's
Okay.
good. Yeah, I like what you said.
Whose district?
1.
I believe it's mine. This is, it's either a log jam, or I've got one other one where we're clearing right of ways, and the gentleman's allowed us to put the lumber, the timber on his property for him to burn in lieu of us having to drag it back. Either way, I move we approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Item 33, consideration and possible action to transfer $30,000 from District 2 to District 3, County Clerk to repay loan on January 31st, 2020.
So, he had a grant, I printed up while we're waiting for the grant funds to come in. The loan has to be reversed by June 30th, so it stays in the same fiscal year. Mike, you here as well as the board.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the motion carries.
Can't wait to get that thing in action.
Consideration of possible action to add circle number 198A on Midwest Boulevard South 105 to the CBRI commitment list for approximately project cost of $137,000.
Yes, so that was estimated, once I got to looking at it, at 118,000. Plus there is the engineering for that's 18.7. So we just went with the 120, well, 119 anyhow. We came up with 137 that will more than cover it, because in this estimate, everything was poured into it, that a lot of it might not be needed once it's engineered. So I don't think it will use the whole thing. And so, anyway, that will make that a sufficient bridge, which that's Midwest Boulevard. It's a thoroughfare going from 105 down to Seward. That is one of the 2 places we have to fix in order to be able to have that road very close to shovel ready. That's a corridor, and it's fully intended that we get that thing put together. It's getting a lot of traffic on it.
Well, my question is, you got the project cost is $137,000, and you said that would cover
That would cover it
project
all.
and the engineer.
Yes.
So how can we have the next agenda item at $18,750? I mean, is that not asking?
That's the, yes, go ahead.
So, because this project is not currently committed, this item we're currently on was, I put on for the whole project commitment that would be paid from CBRI. That $18,000 contract, that's the next item, is part of the 137.
Okay, just so that's clear. But my next question is, why do you need an engineer when we have a county standard bridge that maybe you just give a contractor and say build that bridge? I mean,
So you want to do that, give it to a contractor, it'll cost quite a bit more than that. This is a refurbishing, this is a addition of 2 beams on the east side of it. They'll have to have pilings and such, it'll be the wing walls, and then it'll be a concrete
I'm aware of what goes
surface.
on a bridge, I'm just asking how can we have to have an engineer?
Because you have to have the specs.
You can't write them? So after he engineers this, who's gonna write up the bid package?
That would be the county, yeah, District 2 would have
you're-
or the engineer. The engineer would get together with that.
So,
I mean, go
what I've
ahead.
come to understand in putting this on CBRI, this is not a tear out and a full construction new bridge. It's going to be a rehab of an existing bridge, lengthening it, doing some of that, that's my understanding.
Right.
And I made sure, when I spoke to Mark, that the bid package would be completed and prepared by the engineer. The county will mail it out and receive it, but we're not gonna prepare the bid package.
Now, if we want to get the county bridge crew together and go down there and pound that in ourselves, but I believe you were saying that that's really not a good option at this time.
It's not an option.
So we have to go out for bid in order to be able to do anything over 15,000.
Is
So
the
it has to
bridge
have
deficient?
specs,
Is the bridge deficient at this time?
I think the bridge is just very narrow.
insufficient. It's,
I drove that bridge recently, so I mean, I got a.
yes, it's a asphalt deck, and it is 19 and a half feet wide. We need to get it up to 24 feet for it to be a sufficient bridge. Concrete will give it more weight load that we can put on that and bring that up to a sufficiency that meets ODOT specifications.
So my other question has to do with the use of CBRI funds. Didn't we all agree that we were gonna split some CBRI funds? I know I haven't expended mine yet. Monty, I'm not sure you've done yours yet.
I've encumbered half of mine.
Right. Mike, you got yours gone, right?
Yeah, we used ours.
And now you're coming back and asking for more. I'm okay with that part of it. I was just wondering, does that mean that the other 2 districts also can look at pulling another $137,000 each out of the CBRI fund? Man, you manage that fund for us. What do we got in there?
Taking into account you 2 who have not used your last allotment, the balance available is about $640,000. So this, call it 140 leaves 5. We could commit. However, in right, I think that's the way it should be, to be fair. But I would say a couple of things. First off, as we know, we can put it on a commitment list so we know it doesn't mean it's going to be spent tomorrow. And we do collect monthly money that will help keep that rolling. If this action is taken to allow essentially 140,000 additional to this one, we'd have to come back and make it apply to you too, because that's not the agenda item. I would say that would tie up CBRI past my comfort zone for a while. I would not look at being able to add to that commitment for a
Well,
while.
if this indeed is needed out of the CBRI fund, then I would move we take no action on this and come back to the board at our next meeting with an agenda item to approve an additional $140,000 per road district to be used as they so desire.
The purpose of the CBRI fund, it used to be called force account. And that is for engineering, right-of-way, movement of utilities, also for paving roads and for bridges. And that is the whole purpose of it.
Right. I got a lot of roads
So
that
if
need
the
to be
county has a
paved.
need, then that's what we go to have it proportionately between the three districts. I totally understand the argument. What I am saying is that is really what that fund is purposed for.
So I move that we take no action on this and redo the agenda item to allot an additional $140,000 to each road district out of the CBRI commitment fund for our next meeting.
I don't have a problem with it, Mike, on the bridge,
Okay.
on the bridge end of it, but here's my question.
Yes, sir.
You have engineered another bridge and you was wanting to do a 20% match out of the CBRI.
That's in several years, yes, sir.
Okay, so I guess my deal is I don't want you having 3 and 4 bridges on there and my district not getting anything. I just wanna,
Well, I understand
you know, I
that.
got my guard.
And I don't
so
have an issue with
I just want you to remember the
Yes, sir.
20% match that you was wanting to use out of the CBRI.
Correct. Correct.
So if you're not in the bind, we'll table this and.
That's fine.
Okay.
How about if we put it on for the 6th of July?
I would,
We can do it the 30th.
why don't we do it the 30th? I'd like to get, we got contracts coming up for laid in place.
We can do
I'd like to get some roads fixed.
Okay. All right. I see that's part of it, getting some roads fixed. You bet.
So no action?
So that would actually tie to the next item as well, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely would, yes.
Let's do that then.
So no action on.
I just figured we have more time to discuss it on the 6th, but the 30th is fine.
35. So item 36. Thanks for being patient on that, Mike.
Sure.
Item 30. Anything on 36?
I do. Let's see, which one is it? On for 36, I do.
All right, consideration of possible action on resolution appointing requisitioning officers for various accounts.
This is for Woodcrest Fire Department.
Yeah, Mike, I'm all right with doing Midwest, the bridges there, because there's one of them I remember that was quite skinny.
Right.
And those folks over there deserve,
That's
Some nice roads,
a
too.
high use.
and, well, we've all got a lot of high-use roads. That was kind of my point. And I appreciate you taking that in consideration and.
Yes, we also have another issue coming up in the future when they redo the I-35 and 33 bridge, and also, of course, coming up is the 105-33 intersection with 105. And so that road is going to be really needed, I believe.
So it's, are we on?
I make a motion, we approve the requisition.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, all opposed. Troy, I take it you don't have a 37?
I don't.
No action on 37. Item 38, consideration of possible action to approve the following permanent road crossing permits for Oklahoma Natural Gas. I got them right here.
That's up there on your chair.
Looks
Perfect there,
like
Lonnie.
some of my stuff. I move we approve.
So I'll second Marvin's motion. I got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, all opposed, motion carries. What can we do on, while they're signing these, on the deal with table on the fair board?
I think we could go back. I'll explain why y'all are signing that. So, there was a mandatory pre-bid, and I did not, when I looked, see this name Augusta Contracting that submitted this bid.
So we're back to agenda item 5, bid number 2020-15.
That, yeah, just to explain.
Right.
However, when I look, after Dennis and I was explaining, we had a bid that wasn't on there. Nate Mosier I'm not quite sure what to do with this, to be honest with you. So Nate Mosier filed this bid as Augusta Contracting. He signed in as Ruggs Construction.
Wow.
So I don't know if they're affiliated, I don't know what it is.
Well, you know, I'm sure they are. That's a tough one right there.
Well, I mean, if legally they are, I mean, they just need to acknowledge that, I would think.
But that's why when I said, oh, they weren't at the pre-bid, because on the pre-bid, he's Ruggs Construction.
So we've got it tabled, right?
Yes.
So, Mr. Chairman, maybe we should leave it tabled until that rat can be run in the hole, you know?
I agree.
And allow the folks at the fairgrounds to look over the two bids if it actually becomes two, right, instead of a single source. Single source is easier to figure out.
Was their bid comparable to the?
It was
Actually,
lower.
it's the lower, that's,
Okay.
yeah. So the Augusta bid is $29,750. And the Cedar Ridge bid,
I can make a phone call and probably alleviate that problem if you want to address it, because, I mean, it isn't. I know my board is willing to go with whoever's got the best deal.
okay, Cedar Ridge was $33,120. To be honest with you, I'm gonna run this to Lowell.
Okay.
That's my issue is,
I'm good with that. I'm good with whatever you guys want to do.
So we've got it tabled until you guys get to tell Logan look at it, you guys get to look at it after that, and then you can come back to the board with a recommendation. What, we put it on for the 29th, can we get it?
The 30th, yeah.
Or the 30th, yeah, excuse me. I'm thinking Mondays.
Yeah.
so back to the permanent road crossing permits. We have a motion and a second. Did we call for a vote?
I think you did.
Yeah, you did.
All right. 39, consideration of possible action on consent agenda items.
Here's payroll.
I'm against payroll.
You're so kind.
Probably won't need a spreadsheet if you decline payroll.
Needs a shotgun to get out of the building. I would have said a sheriff's escort, but that's sheriff's payroll too. You know. So how'd the baseball game come out?
Won the tournament, Mustang tournament.
Sweet.
Yeah.
How many did they win this year?
They have won 4.
Awesome. Yeah, for them little team.
Yeah.
Hey, Sheriff. Oh, I'm not leaving. No. Do that.
Darn.
Promise.
Who's that guy? How long is he?
Monty, when we get that Logan place contract figured out. Not that the government needs to be in competition with folks, but if we can get you to lay it cheaper than we get it laid in place, are you up for any of that?
Yeah.
You're a good man, so.
You'll call me when you talk to Logan. I got something else on mine.
Uh-oh. I wouldn't know. Gonna be any-
You couldn't pay me that money to do her job.
There's not that much money.
Basically, she deserves a lot more than she gets, but there's no way in hell I did.
She definitely works hard at it.
Oh my God.
And she is on top.
Everything.
Do you remember Mary Lou?
Yeah, that is no comparison, man.
I'm telling you. Not bad.
Yeah, that really was nice.
I can't believe you're trying to get us in trouble. It is budget season, you know.
Just saying. Sure is some warm weather around.
Yeah, we could use rain.
I don't care if it rains in every field in Oklahoma, as long as it don't rain on the road.
We're in a drought. I'm afraid it's going to last all summer
I
long.
think you're right. I think it's gonna be a while.
Yes, sir.
I think we're finally supposed to get some rain coming.
Are we?
It's coming
20%.
Sunday there's like 60%.
Well, actually, man.
One I saw this morning was really good.
1%.
Who knows, they're all of them all over the place.
This is supposed to be the wettest month of the year.
Oh, that's for you.
Yeah.
This year not so much.
Transfers.
Last year was not really cleaning up flooding last year.
Yeah, right. The rain was over.
We were praying it was over.
Yeah.
There was a starter on the evening night.
Next year. Yeah. I ain't been. Yeah. I'm always running up against somebody else. We got that every summer. I do that, but-
No election board claim, no alcoholic tax, so blankets will be the end of, consent.
No alcohol still?
No, that'll be at the next meeting.
Athletic wise in the fall.
Okay.
Get something every weekend, so. Hey Troy, will you call me then when you talk to Logan?
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay, thank you.
I have a pretty good idea what he's gonna say.
He's out.
That would be my guess.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Did you say the name that they signed in as what, packet?
They signed in as Rose,
But I mean, the
but the bid is Augusta
Augusta.
at a whole different address. Well, actually, there was a return address, not a name, so we didn't know the name until we opened
It's one of them Nancy Pelosi tricks. You gotta pass it before you can read it.
So is that it on consent agenda
it.
items?
Yeah.
Make a motion to approve.
So,
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, motion carries. What is item 40? Consideration and possible action on approving claims for payment for June 2020.
Warrants.
how come we don't get checks like the trust board does?
That's what all those are.
Do and owe and.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, the sheriff keeps most of them. Some cash for the accounts.
New guy.
Should I call them
Do
out?
they have a new one? No, that's the same
How
one.
about
That
fire
would've been
department?
true.
Fire department?
I wouldn't call them out.
Okay.
I mean, cause I'm liable to be in there again.
I promise you I'll be in
It looks a little thicker than normal too.
there. Yeah, pretty heavy.
Well, it is end of the year.
Yeah. Fire department is about 100 so far.
Got 14 of them.
That is a real low batting average. Isn't it?
Then you gotta throw in DA. OSU. And you gotta assess them.
You're just in rare form this morning.
Treasurer's gotta come in. Make sure the health department's all right.
Yeah, Highway District 1, I'll do that for
I didn't say anything.
you. And again. I spent $12.44 over there. Holy smokes. There's a stack of them.
I'm telling you, they're coming.
I'm-
Still coming.
I'll catch you here in a minute.
Oop. Yeah, I just caught one.
We're supposed to be at 9
Oh,
o'clock.
I remember that. Yeah.
I'll pass you down, let me take a game.
Oh, there you go. Got those high quality chains. Oh, yeah. That was an error by that guy.
I'm glad to see I'm not the the only one doing this.
Yeah.
You got any of those in there, Maureen?
I'm sure.
She put them in
You're
order.
doing pretty
She put 'em
good
in order.
already.
If not, I'll catch you next time.
Yeah. Couple of dozen.
Donut account.
Mine looks like you're coming out smelling sweet.
I don't know about all that.
Sheriff isn't looking too hot, but what are you gonna do? Escape, man.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Consideration and possible action on approving purchase card payments for June 2020.
Motion approved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, motion carries. Item 42. Any citizen desiring to be heard? Hearing none. Item 43. Comments, announcements, questions by the Board of County Commissioners. Mr. Pearson, you have anything?
Not seriously, a lot of fun. It's really, I really have an awful lot of fun reacquainting myself with the citizens, so I'm having a really good time. I don't have anything seriously, no.
All right, Mr. Goodman.
Just one thing, and I know this is going to be interesting coming from me. I would like to give ODOT a pat on the back for the work they're doing on Highway 74 over there.
You okay?
Yes, sir. Well, I am. You might check me for that COVID fever. I might be coming down with something. But my point is that plan, that reworking that highway or resurfacing that highway over there was on their 2026 plan, and they jumped that forward for us because that was starting to come apart and spider crack. And I think it was due to the oil field activity that was running down that road. Now that that's going down, that overlay should last the people that live here a long, long time. The folks going back and forth from Crescent to Oklahoma City to work, it's a great improvement. And with the intersection change, with the stoplight there at Waterloo Road and Highway 74 and the overlay that ODOT's done there, I can see where they've made a commitment to the people of Logan County, and I really appreciate that.
That's good.
That's all I got, sir.
All right, thank you. Item 44, consideration of possible action on adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
We're adjourned. All in favor say aye.
Aye.